everyone, Mark from Guitar Nerds here at House of Vans London for the Boss 40th anniversary event. Now what Boss have done here at House of Vans is put together not only an event with some bands playing, people the likes of the internet's Mary Spender doing gigs here, but they've also put together a cool Boss museum. So what I thought we'd do, there's plenty of weird and wonderful things here from right across the 40 years of Boss history. I thought we'd just take a wander around, have a look. I'll pick out some of the weirder stuff that you probably haven't seen before. Let's do it. So, what we've got here is every single Boss pedal ever made, every single Boss compact pedal, I should say, ever made. Let's head over to the wall. Quite a few weird and wonderful things. So, starting off with the original Traffic Light series pedals. We've got the OD1, the PH1, and the SP1. I believe these are actually originals as well, like some of the first ones off the production line. And heading all the way through, you see some favourites, GE6, the DS1 still in production today, CS1 classic compressor, Touchwah, CE2 compact pedal chorus, some other very rare ones, things like the Slow Gear SG1. One that is very sought after, an original DM2 delay, is the analog delay that everyone craves, the one that Boss reissued recently. Some other classics on this top row, the CE3, you don't see too many of them anymore, nice little pedal, and heavy metal as well. HM2, if you're into death metal, HM2 has always been a bit of a favourite in that scene. It's a super cool pedal, don't see many of them out in the wild. And then every other pedal, basically, loads of favourites. One of mine in particular, the MZ2 digital metalizer, which is a pretty weird pedal. What you've got on there, I believe that's the one with chorus as well. So yeah, like a kind of digital chorus in there that sounds pretty bonkers. The classic, these are in chronological order by the way, and you'll see here the Metal Zone about halfway through Boss's timeline, one of the more popular Boss pedals. I know people on the internet love the sound of it. Yeah, just some very, very cool stuff. Very cool to see it all together. Extortion, the XT2, which is a pedal that you don't see much out in the wild. Things like the Dynadrive, more recent, but again, not one that you see particularly out and about. And then down the bottom, you've got all the new stuff, including the reissues. Things like the DM2W, there was a craft version of the DM2, which is a favourite with most of the Guitar Nerds staff. So that's the wall of pedals. That is everything, every compact pedal Boss has produced. Really cool to see them all in one place. Let's move on. Let's see what else we've got. So brand new for this year, this is the anniversary collector's box set of the original Traffic Light series. This is the one that is very crazy expensive, but is your kind of collector's piece for if you're into Boss pedals. You know, this is as close to an accurate reissue as you could possibly get, and yeah, it comes in a cool little collector's box. So a nice little thing to own if you're super into Boss pedals. And that's kind of it for modern stuff. In terms of other guitar effects, you can see they've put together a wall here, including some of the ME series, the multi-effects spanning right from the 80s, I believe, right through to now. Things like the ME80, which I think is on this wall somewhere. Maybe not, but there's ME50s, they're pretty recent. And something super cool made specifically for this event. Some new Boss DS1s, 40th anniversary DS1s. These are the only ones in the world, I believe, the ones actually on this display right here, which is a super, super cool thing.
Special artwork done by
Is that right? Special artwork? Oh, there we go. So cameraman Joe Branton there, bringing in the fact that these are laser or acid etched. Is that right? Laser etched. Cool thing. I believe they're going to the Boss Collectors Club. We've got all the double pedals as well. Again, some stuff that you don't normally see. These include all of the synth pedals that they released in the beginning of the early 2000s, the GK series, which again you just don't see. Guitar Nerd's favourite, the Space Echo over the back there, the RE20, and the GU10, which is a preamp pedal, again, that you just never see. As far as I'm aware, not released in Europe, so cool to see it here in London. We've also got some rack effects for those Boss fans out there. You'll know about these. These are the half rack series. Again, I think these are from the late 80s, early 90s, and actually just a whole spread of everything. So there's digital delays, there's samplers, plus rack-based phasers, that sort of thing. Again, cool little units for Boss collectors. We've also got some other studio stuff. The VF1, which again, at the time, not particularly popular, but now people really, really love this stuff. Things like the GX700s. If you look at collecting like vintage rack stuff, it's a really, really nice thing to pick up. Also some drum pads as well. The Doctor Pad and the MPD4. I don't know actually when these came out, but I know that Boss have just started doing some, not specifically reissues, but taking this concept and doing them again now. So again, cool to see the originals out in the wild, as it were. Let's move on. Some super cool stuff. Brand new, released today actually, the Angry Charlie collaboration pedal with JHS pedals. Let's see if we can get that in shot. There we go. So this is a combination Blues Driver and Angry Charlie JHS. First time I think the Boss have collaborated in that way. Obviously they did the Fender collaboration pedals earlier, this decade, when they did the Bassman and the Twin pedal, the Deluxe Reverb pedals. So yeah, again, very, very unique thing. And now on to some super special stuff. So we've got some multi-effects here. Really nice GT3, GT5, staples of the early 2000s, and the modern GT stuff there as well. GT6s, GT8, kind of classics from the last few years, really. Now, this is the stuff that I'm super excited about. Don't know if you can get this in shot, Joe, but so this is the GS500 and GR500. This featured recently in our weirdest guitars of the 1970s list. So this is basically Roland's first guitar synth. With a guitar made in the Fujigem factory, you've got basically control over the synth on the guitar itself, and you've got a whole spread of sounds on the GR500. One of the first guitar synths, incredibly well-made guitar, super rare. They connect via Roland's own 24-pin cable, which is actually the rarest thing out of the bunch. Again, super cool to see them out in the wild here at House of Vans. Let's move around to some more guitar synth stuff. And what you got here, some more variations on that. So again, using Roland's GK series pickup, GR808, G88, which is the bass version. These are their, below them you see their included synths as well. So you've got the controller guitars at the top. You've got the synths at the bottom, GR300, GR33B, so for guitar and bass. A guitar that I've never actually seen before, and I've actually forgotten the name of it. This one here, which looks kind of like a Strat. Again, I think probably made in the Fujigem factory, again with its own synth, the GR100. I'm guessing this is a bit later. I'll need to find out some details on this one. And then we get onto the big boys. GR700 guitar synth. Now this is probably the size of the largest pedal train board, you know, like a big guitar pedal board, and that is just the brain. What you've got on the wall, and I don't know if you can see it because the lighting in this part of the Boss, this museum, as it were, is not great, but the G707, which is one of the maddest guitars ever designed, and the G77 underneath, which is the bass version. So again, using the GK system, but you've obviously got this crazy design on there, the body shape, which again, you don't see too many of them, so it's great to see all this stuff collected here at the event. It's kind of blowing my mind how much guitar synth stuff there is. Some more guitar synth stuff over on the wall here, and what you've got is the more modern stuff, when you've got the GR Strats, Roland and Fender collaborating, using the more modern GK system, but following the same idea. You know, it's guitars that can control synth stuff. And then some more... These are actually the same guitar from over there. This is the G202. So this is one I don't actually know a lot about, but again, they look like they're made in the Fujigem factory. I need to find out some more info on those. Maybe they'll feature on one of our top 10 lists fairly soon. So one last thing that I want to show you. Come this way, come this way. Oh, don't bump yourself on that display. Follow me. So, what we have here, and this is, again, incredible to see it all in the same place. This is a range of space echoes. So we've got the latest stuff, the 501, the 555. I believe this one here actually belongs to Guitar Nerd's collaborator Jay Cross. We've got the first ever Space Echo, the RE100. You do not see many of those at all because they were quickly discontinued and replaced with the 101. So the 101 is the first one to feature the kind of iconic green design. You've got the 150, then the classic 201. Now, I don't know if you can get this all in, but I mean, it's just an iconic design. This one seems to be in kind of perfect condition. Again, very, very rare. And then some more of the slightly odd ones. RE200, RE301, which is the one with the most control on it. Again, incredibly sought-after units. So, that's what is there anything else that we want to see, Joe? That's true. We should go and see that. Let's go and check out the Strandberg. So, yeah, so much stuff here. Great to see it all collected. And yeah, I guess we should finish on this really. This was released today. This is Boss's collaboration with Strandberg. They are calling this the Boss VBDNBLUVG. So yeah, Boss collaborating with Strandberg. You can see you've got the GK system in there as well. I guess we've gone from, in fact, we didn't look, the first Boss pedal ever is here. We should do that before we wrap up. So we've got the first Boss pedal ever. We've gone from that to literally something that has come out today. So yeah, just a great spread. Let's check out the first ever Boss pedal and then we'll call it a day because there is a gig just kicking off in the other room. People in the way, how dare they? So, this is the first Roland product ever, the Boss. This is an acoustic preamp, and hence the Boss name, basically. So this was actually released by Roland under the name The Boss, designed, as the box says, for guitar, banjo, and mandolin. Really, really cool unit. Totally unlike anything that you see on the market now. Obviously, triangular design. There's no foot switch. Incredibly cool wooden box. Yeah, just fantastic to see it. I've never seen one, obviously heard about them, but never actually seen them. So just to wrap up, what an incredible tour, what an incredible museum that the guys at Boss have put here together. We're going to go and check out some more bands now, but yeah, just fantastic to see all this super rare gear in one place. Thanks very much for watching. We'll see you next time.